What's up, everyone? The Panda here, and I have been really thinking about this whole employment with Porchlight, and I just had a really nasty fucking dream. It was just terrible, and it has something to do with the betrayal at my workplace and what is taking place. I'm gonna try to keep this short and simple, but I always listen to that insult in my head, and I always try to avoid confrontation. The reason why is because, you know, I don't like bullies. I never did like bullies. But recently, I've been under a lot of stress, not just for the fact that my directors don't see eye to eye to a lot of things, and they always have to put experience in front of everything. Yes, experience do count, but sometimes that inner experience don't get you the outer experience that you actually can comprehend. What I mean is that when they can sit behind a desk and I'm sitting behind a desk where I'm constantly being threatened by guests, or the fact that like these are men that are dealing with a homeless crisis situation and they have nothing to look forward to because they give it their all. But not only that, they are under a lot of stress. Now, recently, in a couple of weeks, I have been not just the guests, but the employees that I work with are the ones that are the problem. And the problem is that the employees there, not all of them, well, except for three, uh, hello there, Bear. Uh, sorry, I just woke up and I just had this bad dream, but they don't like it for the fact that I'm doing my job. There's a policy and procedures at my employment. And the thing is, I'm trying to get to that in a moment and talk about work. This is about work. The thing is that when I am doing my job, they don't like it. When I do it where I have to show the guests respect, they don't like it. They want me to treat guests like they in jail. I'm sorry, these are human beings. These are freaking human beings that deserve and have a human right, a constitutional and a civil right. And they want me to violate that. I do intake assessment at an organization called Porchlight. We work with homeless individuals and I work at a shelter. In the mornings and afternoons, I work on campus at the UW, and I will be going in the next 2 hours. But sometimes I just don't feel like going to work there. I told one of my directors, because I have so many directors that make no fucking sense. And I told the director of the shelter, I was like, listen, you cover up a lot of stuff and you forget a lot of things. Just like day before yesterday, we get a new intake. And when we get a new intake, I give him the freaking paperwork, right? With the guy's birthday on it and everything. Because he wanted to do the intake and I was doing checkouts. This is closing time, by the way. Mind you, that like, he literally watched me for freaking an hour handle 6 intakes and did not do one. Check this. In the last 3 weeks, he has not done intake. And I feel like, you know, the director of the shelter is abusing his power sometimes. And I'm not trying to talk smack. I'm just being aware of the situation. I pay attention. This is a lot. This is the thing about people at UW at the campus love about me. People in the international organizations, people at the community organizations. They love when I pay attention to detail. But this organization doesn't like when I pay attention to detail. They don't like the fact that I input my own thoughts in the situation that is about, let's say, a guest had a fight with another guest, but no one knows what what occurred at the time. Instead, my director gives a guest a year ban for something, check this out, for something he wasn't even doing. Mind you, he was just not in his own business. And this Caucasian fellow, mind you, I was at intake. This started at intake. He, apparently, the word is that he comes around once a year and he's very fussy, he's very aggressive. He calls me the N word several times at intake. I wrote IR on it. Guess what happens with that IR? No one freaking reads about it. IR is an injury report. That injury report, the director has to see it, and he's forwarded off to his director. So I can't say the name because this is YouTube, and YouTube has a guideline policy about directorial aggression towards individuals. This channel can be demonetized because I'm doing such a thing. But it is disrespectful. Then he goes downstairs and he messes with another guy and calls that guy the N-word. He was just sitting there with none of his own business. Now, I believe this guy because this whole entire winter, this individual that was called the N has caused no problems whatsoever. But my director gives him a year because the guy that called him the N-word punches the black guy in the face. What would you do? Protect yourself, right? But my director failed to look at that footage. We got cameras everywhere. Why don't you damn look at the footage instead of making an assumption? This is the thing I don't like about working with an organization. Now, you guys know I worked for the consulates, the Japanese consulate in Portland. I did part-time there. I did part-time for another organization in Vancouver. I did another organization in New York. I did another organization in France. I participate when I travel and try to help out communities. But this is the one fucking community, the one organization that I have to say that only it does look like for the guest's best interest, but they don't care about the employee's interest. Let me explain. In the last since May, since I was hired, I've been attacked 6 times. A table was thrown at me. I've been spit on. I've been cursed. I've been disrespected. I've been, you know, it's it's causing my relationship with my roommate, and she's kind of concerned that it's affecting it's affecting our relationship because I will come home and she's very nice and she doesn't want to be on camera yet, but uh, she is concerned that when I come home I don't speak. I don't talk to no one. I don't really say anything. I come home. I sit on the. I get. I go straight to my room. Right. I don't even hang out in the living room, which I'm doing now. It's the fact that like she's concerned because one, uh, I'm not eating. I'm not eating at all. I'm eating what once a day. And then when I do eat, it's always at night. I never eat during the day. I never eat breakfast. I never eat lunch. And that started happening about November. Ending of November, that started to happen. And then I realized that I wasn't going to get time off for Christmas to go. I had to work on every single holiday. I've been working on every single holiday since I came back from my little vacation uh, in New York when I did the Halloween party. I have not gotten a break from this place. I actually warned them, saying, "No, what you're gonna guys have to take me off the schedule. I'm not working 5 days a week anymore. No, I'm not doing Monday to Saturday anymore. Sorry, I'm not doing it. Because Thursdays I don't work. Fridays and Saturdays I do. But now I don't. I told them you're gonna have to take me off because now I feel like this job is causing a relationship barrier between me and my roommate, Me and my communication with the community and the Pacific Asian community, Asian communities at UW, the organizations there, I'm being more isolated because I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt someone. What I mean by that is by my words. I've been very vocal and very aggressive lately when it comes down to my rights. I'm not afraid to tell my director how it is, because he's like, "Why are you angry? So why are you angry now? Why are you calm down?" I'm like, no, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the abuse. I'm tired of you not paying attention. I'm tired of you misinterpreting shit. Because if I write an IR and you tell me I don't remember that IR, which is an incident report, you should remember, you the director, you're supposed to take the initiative to actually follow up. So I embarrassed his ass purposely on Wednesday in front of his boss. I wrote you the IR a month ago. You should have read that. I said, Mr. Page is banned and he's continuing to insult me. And then you just told me to not speak to this guy, but this guy keep coming in. You just let it happen. Now they want me to call the police. I don't like calling police. Police for what? I know the guy's harassing me, and I know this have these men are harassing me, but police for what? So they can have a record? You're committing more damage that way when you commit a crime. Basically, what I'm doing here is causing this person more pain and suffering by calling the police on them. This is not how we should do it as an approach. This is why they should hire social workers and counselors, because the outreach management at the time is of course never there, and when he gets there he is always there at 6:30, never on time when we open. I'm sorry, I missed that chat. Hold on one second. What he said. Hold on. I missed that chat. Of course you have to call the police, but their aggression. No, see, this is the thing. You know why they're aggressive? Let me explain why they're aggressive, Bear. They're aggressive because we are aggressive. They act out because we act out. Because, like I told you in the very beginning of this video, I have employees that are abusing their power. Keyword. That was a very key word at the very beginning of this video. Because they are the ones that cause the problems. But now the men see me as an opportunity. Some of these guys, they yell at me. At the beginning, they yelled at me. They argued with me. They bitched at me. They cursed at me. They said, fuck you, and they did this, all that stuff, right? But days later, or a week or two later, they realized that I'm not the bad guy here. I'm only trying to provide them a safe place to sleep. I said, I'm just listening to policies. I never been fired for a job ever in my entire life. So I'm not trying to get that streak. If I'm gonna get fired, I'm gonna get fired on my own accord, not someone else's accord. And the now my employees see that as a threat. That the guests are willing to understand me and willing to back me up. You see the whole betrayal now? This is why I want to quit this job as soon as possible. Even though I need it for a few more weeks. Because I kind of want to go travel again. I kind of want to take risk. I kind of want to do what I was doing before. You know, like I told you guys before on this channel, in the past, and present, and today. Like, I can travel with minimum money and get around. There's options. And I do have another job there, and that's at the UW. I have no problems there on campus. I used to be a student there. I have no problems being there. That's the craziest thing. When I go to campus, everything just like, I see happy faces. I see students trying to get their work done. I see people communicating. I see people kissing, eating, enjoying their food. That takes the stress away. That enjoyment It's what I want to see. But every time I go to Porchlight, every time I go to the men's shelter, my mind gets interrupted by this anger because every day, every weekend, I got a colleague that doesn't follow. Listen, you are a state employee. You work for the Wisconsin HMS and you work for Porchlight. Your job is to do intake assessment and make sure they sign those ROIs and those policy procedures, right? And you're supposed to upload them to Service Point. How is it that every Monday and Tuesday I'm always doing someone else's work from the weekend, or even that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? And I'm saying to myself, why am I letting this happen? Am I a fool? Am I a sucker for this shit? Am I just like too giddy to like say no? Because I have said no many times. But, at the end of the day, I'm 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 in such in confusion where I don't know what I want to do. Like my roommate wants me to stay, right? And I told her the truth yesterday. Like I don't think I can keep my my humanity in check. And trust me, if you lived in Wisconsin and you have lived here for maybe about a year or two, and you hear word about this organization, Porchlight, you'll hear a bunch of mixed, bad, and okay reviews. This is why Porchlight has the most. Oh my God, guys, Porchlight loses employees all the time because they don't tell you what is really going to happen at the workplace. I had a young lady that worked for us for like a week, and I called her up. I didn't know. I just called her up, and I spoke to her. I said, "Hey, are you coming in? Are you on your way?" She goes, "Oh no, did they tell you? I quit." It's like, "But you just started working here." She goes, "I quit because I felt like I was being harassed by the director, the big guy," she says. And the reason why she said that is because, one, she said that he keeps bothering me about my clothes attire, her attire. Apparently, he told her not to dress the way she did on her first day. I, 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 I really didn't see anything wrong with that. What she was wearing, a football jersey and some winter leggings and sneakers. What the hell is what is wrong with people telling a grown woman, a parent, a mother, what she cannot wear to work because they are men here? I'm sorry, but like, you know, I felt that he could have brung that up in a different approach, but the way she said that, like how he kept persisting, I was like, "You sure?" She said, "Yeah." He kept persisting, and I didn't want to show up anymore after that. I was like, "All right, well, now I know. I guess I'm gonna have to like get someone else to cover Shelter 3." Didn't they already had someone else covering up Shelter 3? I wasn't aware about it. But anyway, it's that kind of thing that bothers me because she, to me, she was perfectly dressed. You couldn't see her booty because the jersey's so big that like it overcomes over her backside. So like, I didn't see anything wrong with it, and that's the stereotype about being here because I'm gonna be strictly honest. Like he put his way of living First of all, not everyone lives the same way you live. Not everyone is brought the same way they live. First of all, she's Hmong. And first of all, don't bother Hmong people. Don't tell Hmong people what to wear. Because they don't tell you Americans what to wear. So don't tell them what to wear. And for a black man, for his caliber to tell an Asian woman what to wear, I, that is discrimination in a lot of ways. Because basically you telling her that, oh, because she's a female and because she's not of a she's not of a color of a color of skin doesn't make her a threat. That's what he tried to apply here, I guess, because this this was sprung up into me, the outreach, and another colleague. I said, so you gotta be black to order to be intimidated. That's what he's trying to say, and a few other things. I just don't want to go into it, but that is just an example. And the stream I just had made me think that, I'm sorry, it's like 5:30 in the morning. This dream I had was a warning to stay away from the director because he's not what you think he is. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he went behind my back and told the other employees that I said this. I did this. This is what's causing the fire to flame up even worse and become a bigger fire. A fire that is uncontrollable and cannot be put out. So I gotta bring some to someone else's attention. Listen, I've been assaulted by employees. Okay? I've been assaulted by guests. I've been intimidated by employees. Now, when I was asked to work for Porchlight, I declined 8 times. The reason why I declined 8 times is because, one, when I first came back to Madison, I was already dealing with a tax problem. You can go to this channel and go back to last year at the same time this month, in January, when I came back, I was dealing with taxes. I was actually um, didn't have a place to live yet because of the tax problem. I didn't want a new job because of the tax problem. I didn't want to have anything at this time until I fixed tax problems. You guys understand that? As and then when finally April comes and the tax problem goes away, yay! That's when I started saying, sure, why not? Let me give it a try. But keep in mind, don't become between me and my photography. I told Porchlight, listen, I don't want this job to come in between my photography. When a client needs me, a client needs me. Mind you, clients in the summer, spring, it's portrait season, it's wedding season. You know, people call for family portraits. They book weeks in advance. You cannot tell me I gotta work that day because you don't have anyone to cover it. That's not my problem. I told you, do not always inform me about the schedule because my schedule, I need the weekends. The first few months, the first few months, they put me. I gotta eat tissue. Oh my god. Did you see that woogie woogie booger? No, that was a big, nice Yugi booger. But anyway, I told them in the very beginning, please do not interfere in my photography. That is probably my main income. And Porchlight doesn't pay enough. Sorry, but you guys are probably wondering how much do I get paid to deal with all this madness. $15 an hour. Overtime is $17 an hour. Not everyone's gonna work this job for $15 an hour. Because when I was in Portland, I was getting paid $22.50. When I was in Vancouver, I was getting paid $22.50. When I was in New York, I was getting paid $25 an hour. but this job pays the last. I figured that would probably be extra income to, start doing more YouTube content because I fell off on the YouTube content, to be honest. I fell off. I was extremely off with the content. I wasn't posting every day. And now when I'm able to post at least twice a week, I'm trying to keep up with that and do a giveaways. I gave away a laptop. I gave away 4 LED lights. I'm trying to do a lot more, and it's still not enough. And I'm broke by the end of the next pay week. I'm broke now because I ended up buying someone a laptop, and this old gentleman needed a laptop. Let me tell you a story about that because this old gentleman here that I brought the laptop. I didn't want to actually say anything at first. That's why I told an alternate story. But it was for an older gentleman. He doesn't know shit about computers. That is true. And he's not technologically smart about computers. Does not really use it, which is true. And he is older. Very older. It could be my father. But he's an employee. And, you know, me and him get along well. And he's also concerned. But what happened was my director sold him a 12-year-old laptop that was non-fixable. USBs don't work, SD cards don't work, DVD-ROM sometimes work, the audio jacks don't work, the audio don't work. It was unfixable. I took it to my buddy down to Rock and Repair, and he says, dude, it's not worth getting this repaired. I said, it's probably a software problem. Can you just like try to find the software or a compatible software for it? He tried for 2 weeks, and guess what happened? With those 2 weeks, he told me, dude, this is not fixable. That's when I decided to buy the guy the laptop. This guy's been waiting a whole 6 months, basically, for this laptop to turn on and so he can use it. Mind you, my director, I don't know who really sold it. It's between him and another employee named, it starts with an R, but he sold it for him like 65 or 70 bucks, I believe, he said. And I said, that laptop's not worth 60, 70 bucks. That's worth junk. They should just give it to you for free. Someone hustle you. And I felt bad about that, so bad. And it's like, do you have a power cord for this? Because no. For 2 months, since what, November, 3 months, I've been waiting for a power cord. We just got a power cord like 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, right? The first day he powered on, the audio worked, then it shut off. Weird. I took it to the repair the next week. Didn't hear anything. Turns out the computer it's trash. So I ended up buying the laptop. I'm spending the 300 bucks for it. And the guy's happy. So, and I didn't have to do that, but I did. And you know what? I told him that you should throw the old laptop back in their face and get your money back because that was bullshit scam. I couldn't believe that like you're willing to rip someone off that had no knowledge about computers. This is why you folks out there have to watch out, especially on Craigslist. Be careful what you buy. Be careful who your friends are. Because this is supposed to be your boss and he sold you a laptop that was unfixable. That's disgusting. In my opinion, that is totally unfair. And that's the reason why I say disgusting is because you should be ashamed of yourself to sell a laptop to someone that is supposed to be your colleague, and that's why I bought the laptop. I gave it to me, you gave it to him. He was really happy. He was so happy. He was like, dude, where the fuck this come from? I'm like, this is for your times is stressful and you're await for a laptop. So this is why I bought a laptop for the guests last week. So if you guys are curious why I did that, now you know the true story. The true story is that he got ripped off by his own boss, and he conned him because his boss knew that he didn't know shit about computers. I would call that robbery. That's robbery. In my opinion, that is forgery and robbery. So these people are supposed to be going. These folks that I work with are supposed to be church going folks. Listen, they're not church going folks if you're doing that kind of thing to someone else. That's not church going folks. That's the devil in the sky and disguise. And some of you guys may agree with this. Now, I am no Christian. I'm no Baptist. I'm actually Buddhist, but my origin is Muslim. So if you guys are curious, yes. And how to spell my real name, Keefe, is spelled Keeffe. So or Keith, either way. But that's how you spell my name. Americans spell it Keithe, sometimes with a Keith or Keiith. It's weird, but that's not how you spell my name. But I'm not going to explain to the government anymore. I'm not going to say anything anymore to them. I'm just like, oh, well, okay, you want to spell like that? That's fine. You know, I don't care. But I always go by Keiki. Keiki. Like cake that you eat, key that you turn. Keiki. Not Kiki. Kiki is girl. Kiki is a girl. Keiki is boy. Keiki. So you guys understand the difference between these Japanese and these Hawaiian names. So, uh, yeah, but the name didn't originate from Hawaii or Japan. Just something that was given to me because of a color. Now, or because I was also like painted as giving birth. But anyway, the whole point of this video is that I woke up with this dream of mine warning me to be extremely careful on Wednesday. There's going to be a lot of cutthroat and from the director. I'm like, when did I ever fuck up? Explain to me, because I can document, and I do have this on record. This is the great thing that why I'm so good at what I do as a documentarian, a photographer, a videographer, and a person with intelligence. I document everything. They don't even know that I document shit on my phone. Sometimes I hit record. When stuff happens, oh, you want to make that claim? Okay. And every time some director overturns my IR, I'm like, okay, so you rather put me in jeopardy and risk and have this person make threats. Oh, did I tell you guys that last year another gentleman stabbed another gentleman in a shelter last year? Did I actually tell you that? Yeah, that's how dangerous this job is. We have no security, we have no benefits. Porsche doesn't pay for medical expenses. So, like, yeah, we do have medical on our like tax forms and everything. Like, we do get, but that's not gonna cover long-term injury. So, and I got private insurance. Private insurance is not cheap, and the reason why I just don't. This job is just stressful. It is just stressful. I need to get ready and get going, but I wanted to just get something off my chest so you guys are aware of what is going on. My job is not easy, and I can't even afford to buy a fucking new camera. Uh, I want to buy a new camera because I want to start shooting 4K. I don't want to even use my iPhone. I did that before. And it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. I used Pro Movie to do everything and record. It gave me nice bokeh when I'm close to the back of the camera. It would give me very good bokeh. But I have to be extremely close. And I'm not a big fan of getting too close in person with my camera. But like, I don't know. I want to buy a new camera, but I turn around and just want to help people. And I think that's just my daughter and and I could tell me in spirit that I don't need to spoil myself with my own riches and my fame and my luxury. I need to treat people with more respect, and I need to treat people with more dignity and try to think outside the box here. And what I mean by thinking outside the box is like, if you see someone hungry, do the right thing. If you, and I know you see a lot of homeless people out in the street, and I've been through that experience before many times, just taking risks just to see how life was being homeless. And I did that for quite a time, and like I was doing pretty fucking well, to be honest with you. Like I was still doing the YouTube stuff, and people kept donating to the PayPal and clicking on the Amazon links, and that was amazing. But what you guys don't quite understand is that there's a video on this channel what I put to you guys like, what was the video's title? Homeless for 60 days. There you go. Homeless for 60 days. I was in San Jose. Yeah, San Jose. That's the city where I was got robbed at gunpoint. The police didn't want to help me. Police took a history report, my information, but never got back in touch with me. They just probably let it go. Yeah, I got robbed from my camera, my other camera. I got robbed from my drone. If you guys knew, I had a drone before. Like, this is how I got some footage in San Jose, and that got stolen. Yeah, I had a drone, and it got stolen. I got gun pointed, and took my money and everything. So, yeah. So I decided to stay in San Jose for a while. I stood there for about what? 7 months? 8 months? Before I decided to do anything else. That was pretty interesting. You know, I didn't. The thing about me is, I'm a thrill seeker. And the reason why I'm a thrill seeker is because, I had lost two people very important in my life. And I kind of want to beat myself up for it. I still do. It's been over 6 years now. And I still want to beat myself up for it. I missed them. This is why, like, the only person that can understand me is my buddy Tech. Truly, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to disrespect any of you. But if you guys know my best friend Tech, he's from Tokyo. He's the only one that understands that situation. It's hard trying to live a life by yourself. This is why I decided I wanted to get a roommate. A female roommate. I'm good with female roommates. Male roommates sucks most of the time. Like last time I had a male roommate, me and Chie had to kick out this guy Christopher because he didn't pay his rent. He was a scam artist. He said he was going to, what was it? We were students at the time. He said he was going to MITC, and not only that, he was getting food stamps. Not only that, like, he was trying to rip people off. Then, when we was at school, when we was at class, mind you this, he would use our apartment as a business office, bringing strange people into our place where we live. Are you fucking kidding me? You kidding me? And you couldn't pay your rent, but you trying to rip people off. And here's another thing: the person that he ripped off came back and said that there was a guy that lived here, and he fixed my laptop, but my laptop's not fixed. I said, ma'am, you've been ripped off by a crooked roommate that we just kicked out. She goes, oh my god. And I was like, yeah, he ripped us off too. Don't feel bad. He never paid rent. Never paid rent. Fucking never paid the rent. So, for, for, from October, November, and December, he didn't pay rent. We had to kick him out in January. So, yeah, that was just devastating. So we got a Turkish roommate, and he was fucking awesome. Morat is his name, and he was just pretty damn cool. But we had to move out the place, so therefore, like, I didn't want to live there anymore. So we went up to move to another place. My parents decided that, like, you know, let's get that condominium down on downtown. Uh, so yeah, we moved there instead, and you know, I kind of like the old days. It was fun. Today now you have to struggle to meet men's to put food on your table, to pay your fucking bill, to pay your phone bill. You gotta like kiss ass to make sure that you are not the next homeless person out on the street. Because guess what? This is one country that disturbs me the most, where they will kick out senior citizens if they don't meet the requirement. I got a senior citizen that was just kicked out of a home because he missed 1 month's rent, or he must have did something else. But you know, but these are senior citizens. You know, their TH levels and their boost levels are not as the same when they were younger. So like, take you can't blame all of them. Some of them do keep their integrity in check. Some of them do understand what they are doing, but not all of them. This guy had no idea. He couldn't. The way he spelled his name gave me indication that like he has some developed mental disabilities, which means that he has an educational disability. So that says a lot. So with that said, I'm gonna end this video. It's been 42 minutes. I know I'm going too long, but like I said, the job is causing me a lot of stress, and I'm gonna have to like give my 2 week notice very soon. I said the end of March I will let them know. I told my director I will let you know the end of March because there was another employee that wanted to hire me, but I just found out they may have found the person they were looking for anyway. So I lost the opportunity for that, unfortunately. But I think I'm gonna start doing everything in Japanese from now on. I'm not sure yet, because last time I did that on this channel, I started speaking more kanji in Japanese. People were like, "Oh, you gotta speak English, man." And like, you're a black man. I'm like, technically, I'm African, French, but whatever. But you know, yeah. Last time I did that, I had to take all the video content down because like it wasn't getting the subscribers that I needed. It wasn't getting the views either. That was strange. Like, so I'm not all. I don't know, but I just feel like I need to document this. I need to let the people know what I'm going through as of February 13th. 14th, actually. Today's the 14th. February 14th, 2020. I've been working in Porchlight since May. And it was great at first until they hired a guy named John. That John character started harassing me. I kept telling HR about it. They did nothing for 3 months, and then they decided to fire him. And then after that, he stalked me. He harassed me. I had to move from downtown to Middleton. This is where I live now, which isn't fucking annoying because it's super far. So if I need to get downtown on the weekend, it would take me about an hour and 30 minutes to get downtown by bus. I don't drive. I don't have a bike, and it's snowing outside. And snow and bikes don't mix very well, unless you have one of those track bikes, those big bikes with the big tires. Whoa, those are pretty cool. But I have to take transportation every day. So, and they did nothing for me. And you know, I found I did supposedly I filed an EEOC, but I never heard back from that. So I'm gonna file another EEOC, and that is just because there's abuse of power and I need to talk to someone other than my two directors. I need to talk to the exclusive director to the shelter because it seems like I'm not I'm not making any breakthroughs here. Only breakthrough I'm doing it is the only breakthrough I am creating for myself is problems, and I can't deal with the problems anymore because this that takes the best part of me away from me, and you guys don't want that to happen because when that kind of behavior starts to happen, and it takes the best part of me away, it's like I lose faith and hope that bad enough I'm single. I kind of want to stay single, but then again, people are so fucking damn picky these days. It's about like, oh, and people make the worst assumptions. The worst assumptions. Oh my goodness. You guys know I have dentures, right? You know I don't wear them. I don't choose to wear them because they fucking hurt and they annoying. They always freaking moving. Blah, blah, blah. I got into a car accident and lost my sense of smell, broke my teeth. I got dentures, replacement dentures, right? But I don't wear them because they freaking annoying and they move, right? People make the assumption that I did drugs. So you stop doing crack. I'm like, right. Whatever. You make your assumption. Not everyone's gonna believe you when you tell yourself like, sorry, I don't do drugs. I got in a car accident. Right? Not all people are gonna believe that. That's fine. But to make that a statement that said, I did drugs. How did you know? Were you following me? Were you documenting me? Were you were you there when I was taking a shit? When you were you there when I'm taking a piss? Like, how did I buy the drugs? Because the only drug that I ever had done was marijuana. Pretty sure you don't lose your teeth over marijuana. Am I right? Well, maybe if you smoke too much of it. I don't know, but I don't even inhale it anymore, so I don't know. But like I don't think so. Uh but I did cause more damage to my mouth when I kind of let go. I found out that I lost Nami and I kind of went on a drinking fucking spree. I went on a drinking spree. Started drinking sake in Japan and started going to all these fucking izakawas and drinking up and talking to businessmen, getting fucked up, drinking, singing karaoke. I even got into my bad habit playing pachinko. Pachinko is like this ball game in Japan. You put the balls in. Dude, I was highly addicted to that shit. Oh my god, I was so addicted to it. I was so addicted to it that like I would spend all my money on it. I would get drunk and spend all my money, and that's exactly what I did. Drink, put more money, but the the more balls you put, the more balls you get back. So I didn't really, I kind of lost, and then win some, and lost some, and win some, and lost some. But still, it was mostly due to the drinking and depression part. Knowing that I'm not a father anymore, even though I'm still a father. I'm a widower, and just fucking, I just lost it. Okay. So if people want to make assumptions about me doing drugs or, I'm sorry, I can take any fucking test in the world. Doctors will tell you I never ingested any hardcore drugs other than marijuana. Trust me, I have a medical history of me going to the hospital all the time, and they would tell you no drugs detected. So, in a discussion, I don't want to hear anything about my teeth. I choose not to wear the dentures because I believe people should love me for who I am. I know you see all these dental commercials with all this. Oh, get your smile back. Your smile is never taken from you. Your smile is always there with teeth or no teeth. Your smile is there. It's about this. If people use this more often, you don't have to worry about that. But people don't use this more often. Because you know why? We want to fucking conquer everything. We want to make people We want to make people sad. We want to make people angry. We want to make people depressed. We don't think about making people happy anymore. We don't care for ourselves. And this is where we gotta stop doing that. Because this species is gonna die off if we continue to do what we are doing to each other. And trust me, I know this is some hypothesis about life out in the universe, but I don't think we're the only species in the universe. And I'm telling you right now, there's no way in hell we could be the only fucking species in existence in the universe. Fuck no way. Either Earth is gonna wipe us out, or something is gonna wipe us out. If we don't start working together and start compromising and start doing the right things and start treating each other with respect, we are not going to grow. We are not growing at all. If we were growing, our instead of using 6 to 7% of our brain capacity, if we were growing, we can use 10% of that capacity if we wanted to, but we choose not to. But 10%, using 10% of the capacity of your brain, that takes some high level power shit. To tell you the truth, that's unachievable at this time. Even the smartest man in the world can't achieve 10% of his brain. Why? Because we don't have the audacity. We're not honest to ourselves. We're not being righteous to ourselves. So and that's what I'm wanting. Kind of want to live that life now. I'm 39. I might not even have 20 years left. I might have 10, 5. I might have 2 years. I might have a day left. You don't know. So you gotta make it the best of what you got. You gotta start doing the right things. I did some pretty bad things when I was a kid. Trust me. But the one thing I did, I never stole. No. I thought about it, stealing. There was like this. Oh my god. If you guys have ever been to Japan, okay, so there is a cake in Japan. It's so fluffy and so good. It's a and uh, how can I describe the cake? Think about a cream custard coconut cake with cream in the middle. It was so good, but I got sick. I got sick because it had dairy, and me and dairy don't get along. Not me and this stomach. No, we don't get along at all. But you know, as I was saying before, like you gotta enjoy the finest things in life. Like all these rich rappers and these movie stars, they spend their money on ridiculous stuff sometimes. They can just spend that money on giving back to the community and help communities grow better. But they choose not to. And that's right. That's you know what? That's their right too. But I kind of want to I kind of want to say like I kind of dislike being human sometimes. I'll be honest with you. I really do dislike being a human being sometimes. No, watching other human beings and watching myself do the things I used to do, it disgusts me. I wasn't bad. No. Like, no. It wasn't bad. I was just, when I was young, I was just confused. You know? But that's the way life is, man. I guess. And I will be translating this. So there will be a translation in French and Japanese for this content. I know it's fucking long and I go through it, but I'm pretty sure like I can catch up and type in and do the translation so everyone else can understand what I'm going through right now. I'm going through some stressful things at work and a stressful time. And I really want. I know you guys are probably saying, but earlier you mentioned about a camera. Why are you so eager to buy a new camera? Because I wanted, like I said, I want to start shooting 4K maybe, and now and then to bring up my production value. I want to start shooting in a different camera because my camera is 7 years old. I'm gonna make a video about it because I'm telling you that like for a 7 year old camera, it does well for 1080p 60 frames per second, but the video features on this camera just fucking sucks. I don't understand why Sony did that shit. I got a lot of things to say about Sony, but I gotta get going. I gotta get to work, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. If I make another video like this, it's serious, and I just want to document it so you guys understand what I'm going through right now. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one.